friends, in this video we are going to look at finding the least common multiple of two numbers. Now the least common multiple is sometimes also referred to as the LCM. That's just its acronym. So there are three steps into finding the LCM, or least common multiple. Step one is we identify the multiples. And multiples are the numbers we get by multiplying a given number. And these are numbers that we'll find in our multiplication chart. Step two is we identify the common multiples, so the numbers that both values have in common. And step three is then we identify the least common multiple, or the lowest common multiple. So we are going to do two examples together. So for example one, we're going to find the least common multiple, or the LCM, of 4 and 14. So to do that, step one is we identify the multiples of 4 and 14. So the multiples are 4, or what we get when we repeatedly multiply 4. So step one would be, well, 4 times 1 is 4. Then we're going to do 4 times 2 is 8. And 4 times 3 gives us 12. And what you're going to notice is this is simply counting up by 4s. And you'll find those in the row of 4s on a multiplication chart. So we have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36. Now we're going to do the same thing with the 14. Well, 14 times 1 is 14. 14 times 2 is 28. I'm going to keep going. So in a multiplication chart, I have 14, 28, 42, 56, 70, 84, 98, 112, and 126. So these are the first set of multiples for both numbers. Step two now is we identify the common multiple, or multiples. So these are the numbers that match with the 4 and the 14. So as I look through, I'm going to notice that there's a 28 in the row of 4s, and there's a 28 in the row of 14. This is the only common multiple in our chart right now. So that also means it's the lowest, or the least common multiple. So our answer here, our LCM of 4 and 14, is 28. Okay, so we just went through all three steps. Now we're going to do that same process with the problem 2, which is 6 and 18. So we're going to look for the least common multiple of 6 and 18. So we're going to start with step 1, which is identify the multiples of 6 and 18. We're going to do this by counting up by 6 and then counting up by 18. So we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, and 54. Then we're going to do the same thing with 18. 18, 36, then 18 3 times is 54. And we have 72, 90, 108, 126, and 144, and 162. Okay, now step 2 is we identify the common multiples. So a number that's in the row of 6s and 18. Now there might be more than one, and in this case there is. So we have the 36, but we're also going to have the 18. And it is okay that 18 was one of our numbers, because 18 is still a multiple of 18. So now that we have our common multiples, the L in LCM stands for the least, or the lowest common multiple. And in that case, our answer is 18. Our least common multiple of 6 and 18 is 18.